All right, everybody, we're here at the World Series of Bowling. This week we're going to be following along Blake Walsh from Australia. And right now we got Cheetah qualifying going on. We're here in the players' paddock. Blake's probably going to be throwing the red ball, I would assume, being with Storm and all. Here's a quick look at the patterns. Got Cheetah first for Blake. Tomorrow is Chameleon, and then Scorpion, and then Shark. So, we're gonna follow along, see how Blake's doing. Keep you guys updated later. 2 5-game blocks. The first block is here at 11 o'clock, and then second 5-game block is at 5 p.m. So stay tuned. All right, Blake's got a 3-bagger to start.
Surprisingly.
The ball of choice?
The IQ 78, red ball.
Anything you want to say, to the fans out there watching you this week?
I appreciate the support. I'm very glad that I get to have Zach with me this week. One of my best mates out here. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to learn and hopefully throw some sharks.
Shout out Mom. Shout out Dad. Papa.
Shout out Mom, Dad, Brianna, Billy back home for all support. But let's go to work, baby.
Let's go to work. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, after these 2 5-game blocks, that's all the qualifying for each animal pattern. And then they take top 12 to the show, and all those shows are being recorded next week. So after these 10 games, the goal is to be in the top 12.
What he said.
Hey Blake, can you walk us through that fill ball last game?
I don't know if you did get it.
No, I didn't get it, but
so,
made a ball change.
So yeah, I was talking to the reps, and I'm like, urethane, I'm probably going to get out of it soon, so I want to try this concept. Good idea, and then I threw in the gutter, so didn't really get much of a read there, but we move on.
Interesting way to shoot 220, that's for sure.
Yeah, 220 with a lot of strikes and gutter in the fill. It's great.
All right, we got a big fan here at the vlog with us today.
Oh. What's up?
This is the newest motive staffer in the Minnesota area. He actually just made a stepladder at a tournament. He shot 268, 300 the last 2 games to make it by 20 pins. What was the ball?
The Venom Shock. The GOAT.
big one, mate.
All right, everybody. Blake went in the bowling alley. We're just about to start qualifying round 2 for the Cheetah Championship. Looking at the scores here, the top 12 cut is currently 166 over, which is Packy Hanrahan, averaging 233. Top 32 cash, currently the cash number is 120 over. And Blake is sitting at 115 over after 5, currently in 34th place. So we're doing pretty good. He had a good 5 games. I think we got the same game plan. He's going to go in there, probably start with the red ball, and then maybe work his way to the concept. And then if less urethane is being thrown, he might get into the monsoon or other reactive balls a little sooner. But other than that, I'll keep you guys updated. Got 5 more games of Cheetah to make the top 12. Hopefully, worst case, we make the top 32 and he can get a cash. So stay tuned. in game 2 right now. Blake had 200 something. I don't know. It's on the vlog. But anyways, they messed up the scoring system, so now they're going A, B, C, D, E on every lane. So Blake should be letter D the rest of the day. Other than that, we'll keep you updated.
Broke up the 9 split.
We're 2.5 games in. Blake's having just a minor spare issue, but the easiest way to combat that is just more strikes, and that's what we're doing. We got 3-bagger up on the board now.
Yeah, it's just worked out. Me and Borg have worked out that he's 9 splits. So they're hard on Cheetah. So let's just try and strike more than get 9. Because 9's a hard spare right now.
Normally spares are good, but right now we need strikes.
These 10 pins, man, they're moving in the corners.
You want to tell them about your Panda Express fortune cookie? What was your fortune?
So Zach and I were having lunch today, and just beforehand, he had told me that, in his words, "Shut up, you're not funny." And then I opened my fortune cookie, and it says, "Your humor brings joy to all."
Yeah, definitely not true. We did have someone ask for $20 on Cash App, though. We told them we're broke and we couldn't do it, but
told him I can't make spares, so I ain't gonna.
get a job. 1 game to go. Blake just came off a huge game, 277, gets him to 240 over. Scores aren't in yet for game 9, but we're assuming it's going to be close. You know, shoot a big game, you never know what happens, and worst case, hopefully cash. So
Really, worst case, I don't cash.
wow. Let's not think about that. One shot at a time, one frame at a time, yeah.
We're making the jump to the other side of the building. Might play a little different. Hopefully it doesn't. I kind of like my ball motion at the moment. Concept looks pretty good. So just to go make a shot and adjust what we see and make some good shots.
Yeah, hopefully this side plays similar to the other. So
all day, to be fair, it hasn't. It's been a little different. So yeah, let's just go execute and work it out as we go.
Let's do it. Oh, we just finished. Blake cashed by 8 pins.
I'm glad, dating back to the early part of this video when I threw it in the gutter on a fill shot.
Yeah, I didn't get it on video, but I think I talked about it. He did throw a gutter on a fill ball. So, luckily that didn't cost him. Now we got, what pattern is it tomorrow? Chameleon pattern tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be vlogging that again. Hopefully I can get this video out soon. But other than that, Blake qualified, or finished, I should say, 28th. So he's in the World Championship cut, and we got 30 more games. It's late, driving home, going to bed.
Amen.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.